Live action Disney films are without a doubt a cash grab. We can't lie about that. They are a cash grab. They are a way for Disney to remix and remaster and repurpose films that we have loved in the past and feed it to us again as adults to take more of our money. So, is this one of those films that kind of falls short of at least kind of getting the magic back of the original, or is this more like some of the bad live action films that we have seen from Disney? Come find out. Welcome to Cine, here where you come for all of your media needs. My name is Ray, and today I am reviewing The Little Mermaid, directed by Rob Marshall, starring Halle Bailey, Jonah Hauer-King, and Melissa McCarthy. We all know what Little Mermaid is about. I am not about to give a synopsis on that film, but what I can do is say that Rob Marshall knows something about musicals. You know, he has done the film that I actually like, even though I don't like a lot of musicals, by the name of Chicago. So he knows something about musicals. So I can say right off the bat that being in his hands, he handled this film a lot better than a lot of directors has in past live action Disney films. Because the key to making a successful live action film is bringing the things that people loved about the first film back into the live action, while also making it just different enough to kind of make it your own. But you still have to keep it rooted. And a lot of the Disney films get away from the roots. They get away from what made them great. One of the biggest reasons why we love Disney films is because of the soundtrack. The soundtracks are amazing. And if you start to think of some of your favorite Disney films, more than likely, they have some of your favorite Disney soundtracks. The best Disney films has the best Disney soundtracks. That's just what it is. It's just how it always been. Frozen was a success because of the music. Parents started to hate the film because the kids always wanted to play the songs. And that's just how it's going to be. So with The Little Mermaid having one of the better Disney soundtracks, I would almost say underrated Disney soundtracks, I think the best thing that this film did was stick the landing on having a great soundtrack. Don't try to rewrite the wheel. The songs are already great. Just sing them in your own way. Kind of make them your own. But like I said earlier, give me some of the same. And I think Halle Bailey did that phenomenally. She stuck the landing on all of the music. Everybody did. All of the original songs were done so well. And that led to this movie being one of the better Disney live action films. Now, we also have to be honest. The Little Mermaid was always a middling Disney princess film, right? It wasn't one of the upper echelon Disney princess films. So let's not sit here and act like now that it is live action that they could make it so much better than the original. It was as good as the original, but does that make it a great film? Unfortunately, it doesn't. It does not make it a great film. But I can say that if you love The Little Mermaid, then you will like this movie. Now, I know it was a lot of controversy with Halle Bailey being Little Mermaid, playing Ariel. People didn't like it because she's black. I get it. We know. Let's not sugarcoat the truth. She's black. Okay? She's black. And she's playing a white character. I know. I get it. But can we focus more on her as an actress, just doing a great job in the role that she was given? Let's focus more on that. Because controversy aside, I think that she did well playing Ariel. Did she blow me away like Will Smith did playing the genie in Aladdin? No. But I think she did a good enough job to keep the critics at bay. If you have watched any of my reviews, you know how important I think a villain is to a story. Villains have to be done correctly in order for the stories to be great. And as much as I might not be the hugest fan of Melissa McCarthy's comedy, I always can say I respect her as an actress. I think that even in the films where I might not like it because of the comedy, she always does a really good job acting. I have to give credit when credit is due. I think she took the script and did a really solid job of playing Ursula, and I think that also has to be commended. In conclusion, the ceiling for this film was really not that high. It was never going to be a great film because Little Mermaid, the original that came out in 1989, was not a great film. But again, I do want to praise them for sticking the landing on the soundtrack. I want to praise them for actually making a story that was very much like the original. I'm glad they brought Sebastian back and other characters that make the Little Mermaid film as good as it was when it initially came out. Mulan did a terrible job at that, right? And that's the problem. Lion King did a good job, but people felt like it was lifeless and it stuck too much to the story. So I do believe that Little Mermaid fell in a sweet spot in between both those films. And with that being said, I would have to give Little Mermaid an 8 out of 10. I'm not going to lie, I am shocked. I thought that this movie was going to be horrible. Disney have not done a good job of making me believe that they are capable of making great live action films. They haven't. I'm sorry. Most of them are not good. But this, believe it or not, is one of the better ones. And that's shocking because it's not one of the better Disney princess films. So hopefully Disney can build off the success of Little Mermaid because the theaters were packed for this film. So I know it's going to make a whole bunch of money. So I do think it is a film that is worth watching, especially if you love the originals. I don't know if the kids might like this film because, it's a little long for kids and their attention spans might not be able to stick in as much as some of the adults that love this film when it came out. But I still think it's worth watching. If you enjoyed this review, go ahead and give it a like. It really will help out the page and the channel for it to grow. And I will continue to deliver more and better content. If you like what I do, make sure that you subscribe. And I think the biggest thing is to continue the conversation in the comments. So if you want to talk about this film or other live action Disney films, hop in the comments so we can have those conversations. And don't forget, you seen it here.